Welcome back, everybody. Blake Cousins. We've got a special report for you tonight. A ton of UFOs have just come into my email, my Facebook, Twitter. People are submitting incredible sightings from around the world. So dare I say it, everybody, buckle up. We've got a lot of stuff, and we're excited to share it with you right here at Third Phase of Moon. So let's get it started. Coming out of Mexico, an incredible broad daylight sighting. Check this out.
Ve cómo se ve. ¿Qué es eso?
All right, we're looking at this video again. We're going to get a closer look. I'm adding some brightness, contrast, a little of hue just to make the color pop. We're looking at this craft, and it is absolutely stunning to witness this in broad daylight. We could hear from the eyewitness over there in South America, Mexico. They had no idea what was going on. They're really lucky to capture this once-in-a-lifetime moment. This craft, in my opinion, is very bright. Look at these lights. For it to have this kind of illumination in broad daylight, whatever these lights are, they're powerful in their display. It's incredible the size and manner of this craft, if that's what it is. Some people might speculate that these are just simply flares, but as we're looking at the video a little closer, we don't see any kind of descent from these lights. They remain perfectly stationary over the city. The person has some time trying to get his bearings and get a good shot of this thing, but as we're looking at this video again, it's incredible to imagine what kind of things are going on over Mexico. An incredible display. Brent, I want to get your thoughts here.
Yeah, Blake, I'm going to definitely rule out drones or flares. This thing remains static. It's just floating above the city over there. And I'm looking at the size. You can see that it's off in some distance there, and it's almost in relevance to the cityscape itself. So this thing's massive. I'm almost going to say it's almost size as one of those large structures on the ground over there. So it's almost about 5 stories tall. This thing's some sort of massive craft that's just floating in the sky, and I don't think they're just orbs. I believe this thing is a one-piece craft. It's connected. The whole thing is just a solid object. We're going to get a close-up of this thing right now and see what it does and make it pop.
Absolutely. Did you see this? It almost looks like one craft there, Brent. That's incredible. This is pretty interesting stuff. No doubt, like you say, Brent, the size of the buildings down there, if you think about it, in my opinion, the width of this thing is at least 50 feet. And from the top to bottom, I would say about another 20 feet. So 5 stories wide and about 2 stories tall. And look at this. It's approximately about 7 luminescent orbs up on top and this one lonely orb on the bottom. Again, is this one craft? When we looked at that photograph, that's pretty amazing that you almost see some kind of structure behind it. Some people might even say this is some blimp, but I've never seen a blimp like this. If you could compare any kind of blimp that looks like this, please share it with us, because I'm going to have to rule that out as well. Again, you see the mountain in the way background over there behind the city, so I don't think this is any kind of tower or a pole. It's incredible to behold, and I love these broad daylight sightings. Do you guys dig these kind of videos, the broad daylights, like I do? I sure love this kind of evidence that's come in, and it seems like Mexico is just lighting up with incredible activity. Look at this. Let me bring up this still photograph again. It's pretty incredible just to look at this. I'm adding again little brightness, contrast, pulling it in. for a second there, it looked almost like the Superman symbol. That's so strange. Incredible stuff. Now, speaking of Mexico, Jaime Maussan over there wanted us to share this video. Watch. Boom. An incredible display and an opening. Electromagnetic pulse that just happened over the atmosphere over Canada. Let's watch this again. Boom. And the shockwave. This is very amazing. I've never quite seen anything like this, and I'm so glad that Jaime gave us the heads up. Well, let's watch this one more time here. Here it comes into... All right, this is very strange. Is this, I don't know, some kind of an explosion, some kind of blast up there? Was there an accident? Is this some experiment that worked perfectly or not perfectly? I'm not exactly sure. Look at the way this thing just rips through the sky with this electromagnetic shock wave. Brent, what's your thoughts here?
Yeah, this is incredible footage at 30,000 feet over Canada. It's just, I've never seen anything like this. Like you said, Blake, it kind of reminds me of, just to say, Boba Fett when he releases that kind of missile and then he drops it and it creates this huge explosion and you just hear this sound. And it kind of reminds me of that. If you guys know what I'm talking about, this is just like an incredible plasmic display. Could it be some sort of secret space test that we weren't aware of and they never gave us a heads up, and somebody in the plane just managed to film this event that just happened and took place? This is so stunning.
Absolutely, Brent. I could watch this all day long. It's an incredible capture. It's hard to believe, too, because at about 30,000 feet, the passengers witnessing this outside, and it's hard to tell on how high this anomaly, this atmospheric disturbance is. It could be at the stratosphere level, so it's a huge display. It covers hundreds of miles if that's the case. Again, this is something incredible. I think we're going to have to do a follow-up on this, maybe do a little bit more research, find out exactly what this possibly could be, but it is a huge event. I think we're going to get Alex Gershowitz and have him look into this, see if we could find out, and we'll be updating I guess tomorrow on Third Phase Moon, see if we can figure out what this anomaly is, because it is, again, an incredible sight to behold here.
This is it, guys. Wake up, everybody. This is the breaking news every day right here at Third Phase Moon. You gotta give a big thumbs up to Jaime Maussan for sharing this with us. This phenomenon that's happening right now, this event, is kind of something that needs to be told to the masses. If nobody shares this and gets this up on the main news, the major media, and have represented that Third Phase of Moon and Jaime Maussan broke this news, what's going to happen? Because I think this is going to break out, and I bet they don't give credit to where it's due.
Yep, the idea of information and how it gets out to the major media, and if credit's given to the person or the source of the breaking news. Yes, this is an issue going on right now, and we're so happy that everybody's joining us because they know where the source is. The source is right here at Third Phase Moon, getting down to these incredible videos and sharing it to you as fast as possible. We even have more videos coming up in just moments, but we just want to let everybody know you're at the right place, and we enjoy everybody who's here chiming in and giving us information that they might have privy insight to. So this is a collaboration with the planet, you, the people that are helping us, trying to get down to basically disclosure. That's what Third Phase of Moon's all about, and I think we've already had disclosure. It's already happening. It's just people aren't realizing it's right in front of their face. Look at some of this stuff, whether it's maybe extraterrestrial in origin, that remains to be seen, but who doesn't agree here that there's technology that has been reverse engineered and it's not being shared with us. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people will agree with me on that. And that's the whole point of Third Phase Moon. We want to answer the big question. We want this technology for ourselves. So what caused this atmospheric disturbance, possibly in the stratosphere, right now remains a mystery to us, but I hope we could find out very soon. Now, this is interesting. We have a video coming in from Istanbul, and we have permission to share it. We're going to be supplying the original link below. So everybody take a look at this. Apparently, whatever he was filming, he could not make out what it was. It was in his neighborhood, and he knows what the skyline looks like. And what he states is that he's never seen anything like this before. So let's take a look at this video coming out of Istanbul. Check this out, guys.
Evimizin yakınında UFO var herhalde. Olduğu yerde duruyor. Ormanın içinde tam.
Right, we're gonna get a little closer look on this. It's interesting to note it almost looks like you can see a dark shadow underneath the light. It almost represents, I don't know, it's very bizarre. You can almost see arms on this thing, a huge torso, and then the strange eyes, the lights. I don't know. I'm just seeing something that is very bizarre. I'm looking at this. The person that sent it to us, I hope I'm not butchering his name, but I think it's Mert, and he captured this in Istanbul. And again, I'm trying to get a close look. It almost seems that you see some kinds of appendages coming from the left or right, almost like arms, a neck almost, and then this head that's lighting its way. Very bizarre footage here. We don't usually get videos from Istanbul, but right now I'm glad we're sharing this with you. Like I said, Third Phase of Moon is the outlet to share all the information coming around the globe of ours. Brent, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, it's pretty freaky. You're kind of looking at that, and you can see, like you just said, these appendages. It almost looks like this tall humanoid. I'm not saying that's what it is. It's something out of sight. I'm glad that Merritt actually filmed this, and I'm wondering if more people film this, because this needs to be more investigated. What's going on over here? You can see it above the treetops, and you know it's at some distance, and it's this huge bright light. Could it be just some sort of crane that's holding this light up there in the sky right there and kind of producing this bluish hue? But then you bring in that closer look and you see this bending arm. It almost looks like this dark matter or some sort of weird stripe that goes right through this craft, if that's what it is.
Yeah, absolutely 100% bizarre. And the height of this, I'd have to estimate its length's about, I don't know, 400 to 500 feet. You can see the telephone light there to the left, the street light. It's about, I don't know, 60 feet, maybe 40 feet. You got a truck underneath it. This thing's over the tree line. This thing, whatever it is it stationary? Is it an object? It's just very bizarre. Thanks, Istanbul Merc, for sharing this. Now let's get to this. Coming out of Florida, this was Witness.
That's crazy. That is weird. I see stars, so it's clear. You see stars?
I do, yeah.
Very interesting. Oh, look at that. Did you see that?
Yeah. hole that went through or something. Is it the end of the world as we know it? I guess. Tell me what that is. Is that just a big ass freaking meteorite?
Incredible footage that has just come in from Steven Stackelhouse. He's a big, long subscriber, fan of Third Phase of Moon over the years, and he allowed us to share this incredible video. He says attached is the event that happened in Norfolk Airport. And it happened in the morning about 24 hours ago, approximately. He says right after we pushed off the gate, we're facing due north. As he states, Stephen says there's some reflection on the windshield from the instruments inside the cockpit, but it was clear that morning. He says, enjoy. This is incredible that we're receiving information from pilots that witness UFO phenomenon. Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. We did a little research, and again, I want to thank Steven Stackelhouse for sharing this. Apparently, we're up at the exact same time when this was happening at the same time. We're in Hawaii, approximately 10 o'clock, 10:30 in the evening, while Florida, Cape Canaveral, was releasing SpaceX, a Starlink. And it was pretty much at the approximate time when Starlink launched and what Stephen experienced. And Stephen, we let him know that this is the possible Starlink, that what he witnessed that night. And he was very grateful for us giving him the information. He was kind of relieved. He didn't know what he witnessed, but I'm glad we could clear things up for people around the world, whether you're a pilot, you're a police officer, fireman, whatever kind of profession you're in. We want to get down to the bottom of it, so I'm glad we could clear things up. But nonetheless, that was an incredible capture by Stephen from within a cockpit out of Norfolk, and he was able to capture this. I'm sure he was wondering what the heck was going on up there. I sure would be. This is insane that we're getting all this information from around the world from everybody. This is what Third Phase of Moon's all about. I appreciate everybody joining us tonight, hanging out, going over the evidence. Appreciate you guys. Be safe out there. Blake Cousins, keep your eyes on the skies, everybody. And if you haven't watched Countdown to Disclosure, the secret technology behind the Space Force, check it out. It's on Amazon Prime, iTunes, you name it. It's out there streaming, and it's blowing up. Tell your friends. Countdown to Disclosure is happening right now. We'll see you next time.
I think it's terrifying. I mean, this seems potentially like one of the biggest stories of my lifetime. And I don't care if it's about UFOs or whatever you call it. Something that we don't understand is getting very close to our military aircraft.
The technologies related to energy generation should come out first.
This hybrid aerospace underwater craft is able to basically generate an electromagnetic field.
It is President Trump's belief that the United States must remain as dominant in space as we are on land and sea and the air. And your charge is to see to that mission with the United States Space Force.
I mean, there were 3 people on my team assassinated, and I was almost killed.
With a lot of people that would like to know what's going on.
It's a matter of national security.
But apparently, just recovered are off-world vehicles not made on this Earth.
The president will respond to the subject the way they want them to. There's a black box with all the technologies that would give us a civilization that's sustainable, peaceful, etc., and that's been around for decades.
Everybody's asking the biggest question in the world. Are we alone?
Look, it's just stalled out there.
The narrative that's being launched, which is a false narrative, is that we're not alone and that those civilizations are a threat. The problem is that the public has to be informed and involved.
Could be a restatement saying, hallelujah, I'm finally vindicated.
I'm not completely convinced. There
But the people who are surrounding that level of our politicians and government are not told. Like the movie Independence Day, where Will says, let's go kick alien butt.